Voter intimidation, election violence wasn't widespread in Lagos. Police says, can you imagine? Eh? How can police in Lagos say that election violence, voter intimidation was not widespread in Lagos? When we saw what happened, everybody monitored through that election. That is to tell you that police colluded with APC and with INEC to do what they did in Lagos. And that is why they could not protect the voters at several places where Labour Party was supposed to be leading. Okay? And that is why there was thuggery everywhere and the police and army couldn't do anything about it. Now, police is coming to tell us that voter intimidation, election violence wasn't widespread in Lagos, which is a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. It's quite unfortunate that police that is meant to maintain law and order and arrest people making insightful statements is the person coming to defend the people making the statement and defending APC, defending thuggery. That means this country is finished. Idowu Owohunwa, the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, has debunked claims of widespread voter suppression and violence in the state governorship election on Saturday. The Lagos Commissioner, who stated this yesterday in an interview with Channels Television, added that police officers responded largely to breaches reported in parts of the state. His words, I am in the position of authority to tell you practically what is on the ground, because whatever I tell you is not driven by sentiment, it's not driven by political affiliation, and it's not driven by emotion. Who told you? Is it just to come and speak English to people in a TV house? I deploy those men. I get constant feedback from my officers on the field that is the development. So yes, there were cases, reported cases of security breaches, and yes, we responded to most of them. Yes, in some instances, it will naturally affect the electoral process, but I can confirm that it is not widespread, though it was disrupted in some cases. Can you imagine? So how can this policeman now, Commissioner of Police Lagos State, the same way the police PPRO of Lagos State, Benjamin Hundeyin, have been defending all of this thing because the guy is also looking for hope to become a commissioner one day. Why would police be lying like this? The same way, after I think about 3 days ago, when Mr. Oluomo came out to threaten the Igbos, that was 2 days ago, on Friday, okay, to threaten the Igbos. The next thing he said when he was saying, Mama Chokode, if you're not going to vote for us, don't come. And everybody saw that video. Everybody heard clearly and understood clearly what MC Oluomo meant. Now, because of the call for his arrest, he quickly, all the APC people went together with him and they went and doctored and then they rented Mama Chokode to come and debunk that MC Oluomo was not threatening the Igbos in Lagos. Now, between the time the first video was made and the second debunking video was made, police did not do anything. It was after the debunking video was made by Mr. Oluomo with the rented Mama Chokode that the police came out to say that Mr. Oluomo did not mean it. He said he was joking, and so let everybody take it like that it didn't happen. How can police, if it is another party now, if it is Labour Party or PDP or another party now, they will swing into action like they are working? How can we have a system to stabilize like this? It's not possible. It's just not possible. Now, the same way that when they were talking about voters registration in Kano, we saw where children lined up and were being registered, and they have their voters card on them. Now they asked the police, I think the police PRO in that state, and the policeman was saying those people were not children. That you cannot just look at people and they claim that they are children. That there are a lot of people that have stunted growth. Hey, I carried my hand in my head. See, now Nigeria be this. Police, Nigerian police cannot look at people's face and know whether they are children or they are adults. Everybody saw everything. So at the end of the day, we found out that this child voting cannot stop in the north. And the Islamic clerics in Kano were able to come out to say it, that if the INEC chairman in Kano stops that child voting, they will do to him what they did to the former INEC chairman, where they burnt the family, burnt the family, his children and everything about him, they burnt him in Kano. That if this current INEC chairman does the same thing and stop child voting, they will do to him what they did to the former INEC chairman. What they did to the former INEC chairman. And that one was burnt, and nobody was arrested. Now, with this statement of this Islamic cleric in Kano, was that enough to arrest him for even the previous incident? But no, nothing happened. Yeah? Now, the same way now, police is coming to tell us in Lagos that the voter intimidation and election violence in Lagos was not widespread. Admitting that there were pockets of security breaches, but they were tended to, they dispersed some of them, but it wasn't a widespread. How? Hey, my God. I don't think there's hope in this country anymore. I tell the gospel truth. It doesn't look like there's hope. It doesn't look like that we're getting somewhere. We're likely not going to get anywhere with this crop of leaders, with this crop of people, with this crop of government institutions that we have. No, we're not going anywhere. It's obvious. Somebody says the world can see it vividly that the Lagos CP is a disgrace to the Nigerian police force, and Nigerians are evil will befall the coup and his family very soon. Yes. Yeah? This police officer, I'm telling you, and the police generally in Lagos, somebody say not his fault at all. He has a guy whose order must be obeyed. His men on duty at some polling units were only supervising thugs, disrupt electoral process. That is true. Your evil wish returns to you and your family. You are with Afonja betrayer mentality. Afonjo, that's bad. Somebody say, may your generation beginning from now on never grow old, and untimely death becomes their portion till eternity. That is true. Somebody say, yes, so shall it be, even unto their sympathizers. Indeed, evil things seem white, they call it black. That is true. So how can this policeman come out to tell us that the election violence in Lagos was not widespread when everybody saw it? Somebody say all of them will never go unpunished. The CP is very crazy animal because of money, stupid man. That is true. No problem. Thank God international community is watching what is playing out in Lagos State, where Tinubu's thugs are resident. APC has failed Nigerians in all, and that is true. APC has failed Nigeria. International community will already watch. They can't do anything. They will say Nigeria is a sovereign state. They cannot come and interfere in their activities. So that's why they're just watching, and they watch. After, it's not how they're watching Ukraine, Russia. Watch Russia kill Ukraine, destroy people there, turn refugees. And the only thing is that they will accept refugees and create a refugee program. But go and stop the war. Go and stop Putin. So if they cannot put hand there, why would they come to African countries to put hand? Because the more African countries remain downtrodden, the better for them, because that is when the African resources are being taken to their nations to share. Because Africa is their farmland, they are just parceling out Africa the way they like. Quite unfortunate. So thank you for listening. This is what the Commissioner of Police Lagos State is saying, that voter intimidation and election violence was not widespread in Lagos, but everybody saw it on social media.